Welcome, physics students, to this mini lesson on finding forces on a free body diagram, and I want to review and we'll connect this to ramps. So let's say a box is being pulled along the floor at a constant speed, so we can draw in the force of the pull there. Because it's a constant speed, I know the acceleration is 0. There must be an equal opposing force. We'll call that force friction in this case. Therefore, that means the net force horizontally is 0. But that's not the only force acting. We have gravity, and gravity is acting straight downward, but the box isn't accelerating into the floor, so there must be an equal and opposite normal force. So now I have a full picture of all the forces. To translate this to a ramp, we'll take the same idea of these core forces, but instead of them being all in line, we're going to put it on an angle. So in a sense, we're going to tip the whole situation sideways. What that does is it changes one of the forces. It changes the weight force. Weight is always directed straight downwards because of gravity, so we need to redraw that force as being a straight downwards force. We'll need to know the angle that the ramp is at, because that will help us then determine the components of the weight force. So I'm going to draw in this triangle here, and you can see the downward component, the perpendicular component, let's call it, is going to be one part of the triangle. The parallel component is another part of the triangle, and those together will then be equal to the weight force. So we're doing a little bit of vector resolving here. So when we solve for the perpendicular component, we're going to use our trig functions. We have a right triangle, so that would be the force weight times the cosine of theta. To find our parallel component, we're going to use the force weight times the sine of theta. Now we know all the forces that are acting on the block. Will not use the weight force, but in fact we're going to use the perpendicular force to equal the normal force when it's on the ramp. Thank you. Please take a look at the next example for this principle in action. Hello, physics students. In this ramp example, we're going to take a 4.5 kilogram object, accelerate it down a ramp the whole way, and then we're going to use the coefficient of friction of 0.548 to find the acceleration. So to do this, we need to start labeling some forces. We know the weight force is straight down. Gravity is always angled that way. And we can find the weight force because it's given us the mass. Mass is 4.5 kilograms, and weight is always the mass times 9.8, or in this case, we'll use 10 meters per second squared for the acceleration of gravity. So we know that the weight force is 45 newtons straight down. However, the ramp is at an angle, so we can't use that to help us find the normal force. We're going to start labeling some other forces. We have the friction force going against the acceleration. And then to find out the other forces, we're going to draw that perpendicular line. The angle is still 36 degrees to that line. We're going to want to resolve the weight force into its components. The black is going to be the perpendicular component, and in this case the blue arrow is the parallel component. So for the perpendicular component, we're going to want to use some trig and resolve that. Same thing for the parallel component. Those forces are going to help us find the other forces that are acting on the block, because we know it's not just accelerating downwards into the ramp, it's accelerating along the ramp. So in this case, the parallel force is greater than the friction force, and because it's not sinking into the ramp, the normal force is equal to the parallel force. So once we have this full diagram, now we can talk about a couple key ideas to help us solve this problem for both net force and acceleration. A couple key ideas here, and I mentioned this just a minute ago. The normal force is equal to the parallel force. The block is not accelerating into the ramp, it's accelerating along the ramp. So those forces must be equal. To find what those forces are, we're going to take the components of our weight, and we'll find the perpendicular force with cosine and the parallel force with sine. Now we can start to build our net force equation. The force net is the sum of all the forces acting, in this case accelerating down the ramp, so we're going to take a look at the parallel force and the friction force. Those are the two forces that would cause an acceleration. We'll find the difference because they're opposing each other. Take the parallel force component to be 26.5 newtons minus the friction force. Here we don't have a friction force yet. However, they did give us a coefficient of friction in the problem, and we know friction force is equal to the coefficient times the normal force. We know the normal force in this case is 36.4 newtons, so we'll multiply that by the coefficient, and that'll give us the frictional force in this case. Now we can go back to our net force equation, substituting in that 19.9 newtons. Now we have a full net force equation. So here we go. We're going to substitute in the 19.9 newtons, find the difference, and we'll then know what our net force is. Using that net force, we can therefore find the acceleration. All right, so the net force in this case should be about 6.6 newtons. Substituting that in, we know it's 6.6 newtons of net force. To solve for the acceleration, we'll divide that by the mass of 4.5 kilograms, and we get a net force of 1.47 meters per second squared down the ramp. So physics students, when we take a look at a ramp problem like this, we're really using what we know about net force, tying into a couple key ideas, and we're using this to help us find acceleration. All right, and I just want to recap with you really quickly. The key ideas that we really needed to know revolved around the perpendicular force equaling the normal force. We know it's only accelerating along the ramp, not into the ramp, and also the force of friction equation. Once we solve that using the coefficient, we can substitute into our net force equation, take that net force, and solve for acceleration. A few steps, but please take time, break it down into parts, and watch this video as many times as you need to. Please contact me if you have some questions. Have a great time doing ramp physics. Thanks.